My mate Alpha Kael and Luna Queen Seraphina were childhood sweethearts. This was a thorn in the Alpha King's heart. After Kael mated me, the two remained as close as ever. When Seraphina was punished to kneel, Kael held an umbrella over her for a day and night. When Kael was injured, Seraphina knelt to dress his wounds herself. I knew well that an Alpha King's rage could destroy thousands. I warned him many times, but Kael thought I was petty and jealous. Every time he visited the palace, he'd lock me in the shed. Later, the Alpha King favored the second mate and demoted Seraphina. Seraphina refused to eat or drink. She even requested to be sent to the outer pack. At the council meeting, Kael publicly denounced the Alpha King for abandoning his first mate. The Alpha King was enraged. He ordered our entire pack executed. On the execution platform, I begged Kael to apologize to the king and save our pup's life. Kael ignored me. He continued his defiance until death.
Your Majesty, my pack's death means nothing. I only beg you treat Luna Queen Seraphina well. Seraphina is delicate. She's cried since childhood. Please take care of her, Your Majesty. I die without regret.
I watched helplessly as my 8-year-old pup was ripped apart. Then I was torn apart too. When I opened my eyes again, I was back on the day Seraphina was punished.
Elara, don't stop me! Seraphina is being punished. The king must have misunderstood her. You know her personality. She'd rather die than defend herself. If I don't help her, who will stand by her side?
Kael shoved me hard. I fell to the ground, my forehead hitting the stone steps. Blood everywhere. I was dazed for a moment, then realized I'd been reborn. The moon goddess must have seen how unjustly I died and given me another chance. Before I could get up, Kael looked at me strangely.
Elara, even if you fake unconsciousness, I won't stay. A little bump, what's the big deal?
Seraphina would never be so dramatic.
Thinking of Seraphina, Kael's eyes softened. She was stubborn since childhood. Right now, suffering punishment, she must be gritting her teeth to hold back tears. His heart ached at the thought. He mounted his motorcycle. I scrambled up and blocked his path, blood covering my face, looking ghastly.
Kael, Seraphina is the Alpha King's mate now. Their relationship is none of your business.
At the execution ground in my past life, I'd knelt to him. I'd even smashed my forehead bloody, just begging him to submit to the Alpha King. The king was merciful. If Kael had just backed down, he would have spared our young pup. But Kael ignored me. He kept provoking the king's authority. To him, our pup and I weren't worth a single strand of Seraphina's hair. I could never forget Ash's screams and pain before death. This time, I would protect Ash. As for Kael, if he wanted death, I'd help him get there.
Kael, I know you and Seraphina were childhood sweethearts. After all these years, you still haven't let her go? Seraphina is the country's Luna Queen now. Your obsession with her. Where does that leave the Alpha King?
Pack members watching nearby began whispering.
Elara, how dare you slander Seraphina?
His hand gripped the handlebars, veins bulging. I saw the murderous intent in his eyes. If we weren't in front of so many witnesses, his wheels would have already crushed me into pulp. 10 years as mates. He'd never once truly seen me as his mate. The pain spread through my chest. Tears blurred my vision. Heartbreak and hatred intertwined.
If you must go, then drive over my corpse. Mom!
Ash ran out too, kneeling beside me, looking at Kael with tearful eyes.
Dad, don't you love me and Mom anymore?
Ash's small body curled into my arms. My nose stung. Tears I'd held back finally fell.
Ash, Dad loves you and your mom, of course. But right now, Aunt Seraphina is in trouble. Dad has to help her.
But Dad, doesn't Aunt Seraphina have her own mate? Why does she need Mom's mate to help her?
The surrounding pack members echoed the sentiment.
Alpha Kael, you have a devoted mate and smart pup. What more could you want?
The king is merciful and treats Luna Queen Seraphina well.
This is probably just a small punishment. You don't need to worry so much.
What do you know?
Kael suddenly exploded with rage, glaring at the well-meaning pack members.
What about Seraphina's pain?
I laughed coldly. All these years, Seraphina's act of being gentle and yielding, only Kael believed it.
Elara, I've been mated to you for 10 years. Is this how you raised our pup?
I'll settle this with you when I return.
The motorcycle roared and leaped directly over me and Ash's heads. For that instant, I truly thought I'd die under his wheels. Ash fainted from shock in my arms. The engine noise faded into the distance. From start to finish, Kael never looked back once.
Kael!
The last thread of hope in my heart died with that engine sound. Only hatred remained. Kael, since you're seeking death, this time, my pup and I won't accompany you. Rain poured down, washing away the blood on my forehead. I looked up at the foggy sky. Right now, Kael was probably holding an umbrella over Seraphina, shielding her from the storm. His umbrella had never once tilted toward me and our pup. I sighed softly. My handmaid Ember ran out with an umbrella, covering me from the rain.
Madam, you're weak. Please take the young master inside. I'll notify you the moment the Alpha returns.
I shook my head. I only handed Ash to Ember and had her take him back. I continued kneeling at the gate. After today, everyone in the territory would know the Silver Moon Luna knelt in the rain all day to stop her mate from going to the palace. This time, I'd make Kael the target of everyone's scorn. I don't know how long passed. A sliver of light broke through the eastern sky. The rain gradually stopped. Kael's figure appeared in my view. He glanced at me once. His tired face showed impatience, slowly covered by guilt. He bent down, pulling my arm to help me up.
Elara, I was too impulsive today. I didn't consider you and Ash. Don't be angry, okay?
Kael. Let's reject the bond.
When I opened my eyes again, Kael was beside me.
Elara, you're finally awake. Don't be so Wilfid again. Do you know you had a fever all day? I was worried sick.
He gripped my hand and brought over a bowl of medicine, gently feeding it to me.
You know, Seraphina's father saved my life. Before he died, he made me promise to take care of Seraphina.
She's alone in the palace, struggling at every turn. If I don't help her, she'll truly have no one. You've always been kind and understanding. Why are you so stubborn about this?
He frowned slightly, as if every word was sincere. If I hadn't lived through this once, I might have believed him.
Seraphina asked me to thank you yesterday. She praised your generosity.
Those words stabbed into my heart like a sharp needle. Could Kael really not hear that this was a challenge? After that, I stayed home to recover while secretly tallying my dowry and assets, transferring them out of the pack. A few days later, Kael was sent to the southern border to fight rogues. The house was quiet for over a month before Kael returned injured. At that time, I was having tea with several pack officials' mates. The moment I heard the news, I brought everyone to his study to check on him.
Quickly, get the premium healing herbs from my vault. He's not badly hurt and everything is fine. Otherwise, I don't know how I'll go on.
My expression was anxious. Reaching the study door, I took a deep breath and pushed it open.
Kael, are you all right?
My voice stopped abruptly. In the study, on the couch, Kael wore only underclothes, half reclining. Luna Seraphina, dressed in men's clothes, knelt at the couch examining his leg wound, carefully applying medicine. Her eyes were red with distress.
Seraphina, it's just a minor injury. Nothing serious.
Kael held Seraphina's hand tenderly. The two gazed at each other deeply, as if no one else existed. All of this fell into my and the official's mates' eyes.
The Luna Queen and a pack commander, so improperly dressed. What a scandal!
Seraphina looked mortified. Kael's gaze cut toward us like a knife.
Get out!
I turned hurriedly and closed the study door. Tears streamed down my face. My lips trembled.
Sisters, today isn't convenient. Please go home. I'll visit to apologize another day.
Everyone consoled me briefly before leaving. After they left, the tears on my face vanished instantly. Everyone I'd invited today was a notorious gossip, and several had mates who worked in the council, upright officials who spoke truth to power. Rumors on one side, petitions on the other. Let's see if Kael could withstand both attacks for Seraphina's sake. Back in my room, I told Ember to fetch a silver blade. Ember looked terrified.
Don't worry. I survived this far. I won't die easily.
Ember brought the blade. I dismissed everyone and held it to my throat. Timing it carefully, I pressed the blade against my neck.